waving to the crowd. With those 4 Windsor Greys pulling the carriage, and they're accompanied by mounted police and what are called advance points, and the first division of the captain's escort. The crowd's responding rapturously. The noise here is unbelievable, and those bells are going to toll for 3 hours. The bells are going to peal out from Western Stradley for a full 3 hours. So it may be a little bit difficult to hear either what we're saying or indeed thinking.
Oh, balay!
Another view there of the west door of Her Majesty the Queen in conversation with the Duchess of Cornwall, and a few words exchanged too with Carol Middleton, and what a proud mother of the bride. She has been beaming at the entrance there to the Abbey, the beams matched by those on the face of her daughter.
This is the moment they can begin to enjoy, isn't it? Now, at last, you can enjoy the moments, less pressure. Lifeguards behind, Blues and Royals in the front.
And they have been rehearsing and rehearsing and rehearsing for this very moment, haven't they? At the crack of dawn the other morning, there was the rattle and the salute.
2 horses today, I'm not sure which ones they are. One's called William and one's called Catherine. William is a tall animal described by his rider, Captain James Hume, as having a good temperament and when in public, knows what's expected of him. And the horse called Catherine is said to be gentle and affectionate, but can be strong-willed when she wants to be.
The Queen, they're being aided into the Scottish state coach by the Crown Equerry, Colonel Toby Brown, and the Duke of Edinburgh already waiting for her. Queen taking her place, and she will be accompanied, of course, by the Sovereign's escort of the Household Cavalry. Another view then, alongside the cenotaph of the new royal couple.
The escort commander for the captain's escort is Major Nick Van Cutson. Real family affair, riding next to the carriage. He's a close personal friend of both of the princes. The Sovereign's standard, which is the ornate flag which travels with the Queen wherever she's escorted, to denote she's in the carriage, is carried today by Warrant Officer 2nd Class Martin Ireland, not only just become a father to a baby boy, but also celebrating his birthday on the same day as the wedding, today. Happy birthday. Carrying the Sovereign standard, huge honour, especially to be able to do it on such an occasion as this.
And we should just point to, lining the entire route, around 1,300 members of the military from each of the armed forces, each of which, of course, William has a connection with, not least, of course, the RAF.
Common myth, all that white you see, is that it's clean with emulsion. Not true. It's made of buff leather, cleaned with a substance called white sap. It's the same whitener that you put on your school pumps. But you don't want it to rain because it starts to run.
Just alongside us here, watching these amazing pictures, Simon Lewis, who we spoke to earlier.
Oh, nagwawala yung sa kabayo.
At the palace, Kate Roden at Packer, and also broadcaster, journalist Andrew Neil. Simon Lewis, to bring you into this. This
Guard's
is
house,
the
yeah.
pinnacle of all the rehearsals, everything that's gone into this moment. This extraordinary procession, what have you made of it?
What an extraordinary ceremony. I thought the whole thing was superb. She, obviously, the Duchess looked beautiful. I think he looked handsome and although a little nervous at the beginning, clearly now enjoying every minute of it. I thought it was a superb event, this ceremony from start to finish. and as you just said, I suspect now as they head towards the wedding breakfast, a little bit more relaxed and looking forward, obviously, to the rest of the day.
That's a lovely shot. We just saw them holding hands as they went underneath the arch.
And Kate, we had just a brief moment, didn't we, to discuss what the Duchess was wearing on her wedding day. We can see a little more of it now. The veil is back, and we've been told that the tiara is Cartier and was given to Queen Elizabeth, Queen Mother, by the Duke.
Ba?
Very, very appropriate that the Queen Mother should be represented in that way here today. I think Kate Middleton has followed her example of never letting daylight in on the magic, not talking too much, not doing interviews, and being rather discreet and low-key. And I think it's very appropriate she's wearing her tiara today.
Tiara pala ni Queen
And
Elizabeth
she
yun.
looks genuinely as if she has breathed out a little now.
She does look very, very relaxed indeed, and I think obviously the most important thing is the service, but the dress, oh my goodness, what a corker. She's done awfully well, and again, true to her particular style. It's beautiful, it's elegant. It is for many of us a fairy tale dress, but it's not showing off, is it? She could have gone for a huge, great thing, and she hasn't. She's actually chosen something almost discreet given the circumstances. Beautifully made, beautiful fabrics, beautiful embroidery, but she's just not showing off.
Well,
Ayan na.
the word going around on Twitter at the
Babaking
moment is
naman
that, according to a lip reader who was watching, Prince William said to his father-in-law, "We were supposed to have just a small family affair."
Andrew Neil, what have you made of what you've seen so far?
I thought it was a very assured performance by the princess. She almost takes you like
Bakit
a
gano'n, no?
metaphor.
Pag sumasaludo siya, nakayuko si,
She was just this middle-class
si Kate.
girl.
Pangatlo na yan eh.
I mean, look at the way she's waving now and
Oo.
smile is an assured smile. Sometimes you smile because you're nervous. Or
Nakaba't
because
pa kayo
anything else
siya,
to do. She's smiling because she's happy. And looks very normal and natural. I suspect the senior members of the royal family must be thinking, we've done it here. This is a result.
Very done well.
We got a good one here.
And we've just seen them turn into the
Daming
mouth,
pictures
so we
ng
will
dalawa sa
hear
likod, oh.
that ripple of noise, I don't doubt, in a few moments' time.
Hindi sila pwedeng tumawa.
I must say too, an extraordinary
Very
image
village, yeah.
of the new Duke of Cambridge, Prince William,
Kayo mag-aaral.
on an occasion so many years ahead of this when he kept things so private. His
Nakaupo lang sila sa
self-restraint
likod.
kept things so quiet and so discreet. And this is the moment where they really step out onto the grand stage.
Yung tip na yun?
So I think they do it with a quiet dignity. That's what strikes me about the new couple. That they're doing it in a dignified way. They know.
Tsaka yung ano yan
I think
eh.
they know what's expected of them, and I think that comes across
Kanina,
very
dumating.
powerfully. But I guess it must be a day also tinged with a bit of sadness for him as well, given that his late mother isn't here. But I think actually
Sinusundan ko pa sila eh. Gumaganon, walang pas ako eh.
now as self-assured and with a quiet dignity, I must say.
William's been lucky with his friends, going back to school days at university, or you could say he's chosen well. That he's had a tightly knit group of friends who,
Hindi, no? Tignan mo yung tapak nila. Ayan, no?
I've never really talked to the press
Tumapanting.
and blown the gaff.
He says he's very good at spotting someone who's approaching him, wanting to be his friend for all the wrong reasons. He must be very astute by now.
But he should be very happy with his friends. They've stood by him and behaved properly, which has not always been the case of those the royal family has made as friends.
And I think in many ways, both the princes have been allowed to grow up somewhat away from the public
Papugi
eye.
po
I
yung
think
sinari mga bata ang kasama.
the relationship changed, I think, when they were young princes, and I think they have been able, to the extent it's possible, within the confines of who they are, to actually grow up away from the kind of media intrusion that we have seen in previous generations. And I'm sure that is a very big factor.
And I suppose it is an element of their lives which they are still able to preserve. We see that extraordinary uniform of the Irish Guards today, but he's known by a lot of his friends as Flight Lieutenant Wales, of course, based up in Anglesey. And I suppose a point will come when they'll be quite glad to get back to the privacy of their cottage there and the quietness of the Welsh
They
hills.
take great care to really keep their lives to be as down-key, low-key and down-key as possible. You know, you don't see these two bubbling out nightclubs in Paris Hilton. You don't see them hanging out with celebrities and courting the press and courting attention. I think they want to be as down to earth as normal, trying to do that. They love trashy TV and a nice TV supper, like the rest of us. Very soon.